Representative Orcutt, you have introduced 11 bills this legislative session. 9 of them either have received a public hearing or will receive a public hearing in a House committee. Let's talk about a couple of them. First, House Bill 1803. This measure would increase the number of school districts that would be authorized to reduce the minimum number of required school days in a school year. Can you tell us a little bit about this concept?
Yeah, basically school districts are required to have a certain number of days of school, a certain number of hours of seat time for the students. But we granted up to 5 school districts the opportunity to do an alternative schedule. So in some instances, they could go to a 4-day week. So maybe make the day an hour and a half longer each day and drop one day off the end of the week, or I guess if they wanted to, they could drop it off at the beginning. And the feedback that I've heard from the school districts that have done this has been very, very positive. And one of my school districts came to me and said, hey, how about opening up some more slots so more school districts can do that? One of the really big benefits of doing a 4-day versus a 5-day school week is that you can save 20% on your transportation costs, because you don't have to be running those buses 5 days to get the same amount of education that you could in 4 days. So it's a great cost savings opportunity. We've heard that the citizens in those districts feel very comfortable with it. They like it. Some things they thought were going to be harder, like childcare, actually became easier. And student performance has been good. So there's really no reason why we shouldn't open this up. And my bill just says instead of just 5, it allows up to 15 school districts out of the 295.
Secondly, let's discuss House Bill 1806. This involves the valuation of vehicles and private sales for the purpose of taxation. Tell us about this legislation.
Well, when somebody buys a car from a third party rather than going to an auto dealer, then when they go to license it, Department of Licensing wants to know what the value was so that sales tax is paid on that purchase. And so what happens is they just go to a certain book value and assume that that's what it is, regardless of what you actually paid for it. And my bill is designed to get to where you actually pay tax on the actual price you paid. One thing that anybody who has any kind of background in appraisals or evaluations of any type knows that anything is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. So if you've got something that's exposed to the market for any set of amount of time, if it doesn't sell at what people think the book price should be, then clearly it's not valued at that. People aren't willing to pay that. So let's base the tax on what somebody actually paid for a vehicle, what the actual exchange was, rather than an artificial number.